While at home it may be father and son, out here on the football field, it's head coach and quarterback. One of the more important duos out in a football game. Even more important than a quarterback and his receiver. That score looked a lot different last season, however, as Harrisburg defeated State High 15-13 in the regular season. But State High flipped the script in the playoffs, winning 16-13 to knock out the Cougars and survive and advance in the playoffs.
Reporter Logan Brandis is live on campus with more on the events. Logan?
Thanks, Marissa. I'm down here at the RV lots in State College where RVs have been rolling in since last night. That's even continued this morning as well. That's all in preparation for tomorrow's homecoming and whiteout football game. That'll wrap up what has been a busy homecoming week.
Penn State's homecoming week is one of the busiest of the year. It kicked off with a Thon 5K on Sunday and will wrap up with a whiteout football game. On Wednesday, the Best of Penn State Carnival happened on campus on a cold and rainy day, but there's still plenty of popcorn, cotton candy, and cornhole. Jessica Moeller is one of the carnival organizers. She says it's an 8-month project.
A lot of preparation. I got my position back in February. We start talking about it then. We have an event in the spring that we start talking about, but once the summer hit, my focus was on this event. I was emailing vendors, communicating with the inflatables, and then once we get back to school, it's a lot of work internally, talking to internal homecoming. So it's been a lot of communication.
A week of events leads up to tonight's homecoming parade. We drove the route that goes from the Bryce Jordan Center across campus, downtown, and all the way to Rec Hall. While it may look busy now, it'll look even busier after the roads close at 5 p.m. here on College Ave as the homecoming parade makes its way through it, thus kicking off arguably the biggest event homecoming week has to offer. RVs are also starting to roll in for the football game, with many of them arriving already last night. Moeller says having the whiteout during homecoming also poses new challenges.
Homecoming week is an exhausting time for the volunteers. We spent a lot of time planning it, and to end with the whiteout is just going to be a lot.
In preparation for today's parade, roads both on campus and downtown will close later today. Reporting from the RV lots in State College, I'm Logan Brandis. Hundreds of Penn State students in need will soon have free access to an app aimed at reducing stress. The Calm app, available on your phone, helps people improve their health and happiness through sleep and meditation techniques. Penn State student government recently approved a plan to pay for 600 annual subscriptions at a cost of more than $7,000. A driver accused of causing a crash that shut down a busy State College road is due back in court next week. Police say 28-year-old Letra Renninger intentionally drove into 3 other vehicles on Atherton Street on Tuesday. Police say the driver continued until slamming into a truck in a parking lot. Renninger faces criminal charges including aggravated assault. A preliminary hearing is set for next Wednesday. Staying on the money topic, a hearing on the proposed casino at the Nittany Mall is set for next week. The State Gaming Control Board will hear arguments on a petition to intervene in the developer's license application. Another casino operator claims the winning bid for the State College Casino was improperly awarded. The owner denies the allegations. The hearing is scheduled for next Wednesday in Harrisburg. A judge has ruled the State College School District violated federal Title IX laws by not making accommodations for middle school girls who wanted to play club ice hockey. The girls' parents claimed in a lawsuit the district excluded female athletes. They asked for a second hockey team to be formed but was told there wasn't enough available arena ice time. A federal judge's order requires the girls to be allowed on a team, even if that means adding another team. The school district's response says, quote, "We are in the process of reviewing the court's decision, and the district will evaluate all of its options going forward. We have always strived to comply with Title IX requirements." A popular holiday tradition returns to our area this weekend. Bellefonte Victorian Christmas celebrates its 41st year. The events kick off with opening ceremonies tonight at 7. Some of the highlights include the Festival of Trees from 4 to 7 today, a Santa breakfast tomorrow from 8:30 to 11 a.m. at Faith United Methodist Church, and a winter market Sunday from 11 to 4 at Talleyrand Park. There are also horse-drawn carriage rides, food, music, and caroling. Well, it's quite the way to open up the holiday season.
Oh my gosh, you can't beat that. Horse-drawn carriage ride. I'm in. That's all for today's newscast. This is also our final newscast of the semester, but we'll be back next month with a new team.
But you can still follow us anytime for breaking news and watch our stories on our Center County Report social media. You'll find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and our website. Have a great holiday season. I'm Logan Barandis with sports. Let's start out with some high school football playoff games that were moved up to last night because of the heavy rain in the area today. That includes the State College Altoona District 6 championship game played at Bald Eagle.
8, 9, 10, 11!
State College kept the good times rolling on Thursday with a 28-7 win over Altoona to remain undefeated and become District 6 champions. The Little Lions didn't pull away until late in the second quarter, where they scored 21 unanswered points.
While it probably wasn't as smooth as State College wanted it to be, it was still enough for the Little Lions to be crowned District 6 champions. On the backs of Deontay Sheffy, the Little Lions were able to come away with their first playoff victory.
After putting up 19 touchdowns in the regular season, Sheffy found the end zone 3 times in his first career playoff game. The reward for such a performance? His very own championship medal.
We just turned up and
Gotta get that.
yes, sir. So we turned up and way better execution than any of our in-season games.
Despite the game being played at a neutral site in Bald Eagle, Sheffy heard the noise from the State College fan base. While some in the stands may have been surprised with his performance, his head coach Matt Lintel certainly wasn't.
I'm not surprised. Just proud of the kid. He does a great job. Obviously, it starts up front with the guys up there clearing the path and the guys on the edge just helping him out. So he runs hard. You get him in space, and he can make big things happen. So super proud of him.
Now, Lintel and the Lions play a game they're all too familiar with, the waiting game. They play the winner of tomorrow's matchup between McDowell and Taylor Alderdice, giving State College the chance to check off another box.
I think it's kind of a deep breath to have this game under your belt and be able to kind of move forward. The District 6 champions again, and I'm just proud of these guys for the effort, the heart, and it's paying off. You know, we've been able to kind of check some boxes off along the way. Undefeated season, Mid-Penn champions, now District 6 champions.
Year 2 of the Micah Shrewsbury era, Penn State is off to a hot start. Penn State men's basketball continued its winning ways last night against Loyola, Maryland. The Nittany Lions put together an impressive offensive night to beat the Greyhounds 90-65. Penn State has shined from beyond the arc to start the season, shooting 50% from deep. The next time they hit the court is Monday night against Butler. Now to the ice. The Penn State men's hockey team wraps up its road series with Minnesota tonight. Last night's game went about as well as it possibly could have with a 4-2 win over the top-ranked Golden Gophers. Connor McEachern led the way with 2 goals and an assist in the win. It was the Nittany Lions' second win over the nation's #1 team in 1 week. Staying on the topic of top-ranked teams, Penn State Wrestling is ready to start their new season tonight, and once again, the Lions are defending national champions. Penn State hasn't hosted a home duel since last February, but tonight they take on Lock Haven and Rec Hall. The team returns 4 national champion wrestlers this season. Tonight is the only home match they have until December 11th. Penn State women's soccer, now 9-time Big Ten tournament champions, begins the hunt for a national title this weekend. The Nittany Lions have not played at home since mid-October, but after the Big Ten tournament win over Michigan State, they host Quinnipiac for Game 1 of the NCAA tournament on Sunday. It's the first time these teams will have played each other in program history. You can listen to that game live on Penn State Com Radio. That's all for sports. Now back to you at the anchor desk. After the whistle begins in Bellefonte where this happened. Trevor Johnson, under pressure, rolling out to his right. Forced to heave one downfield to Dominic Caparella. Triple teamed, he makes the grab, and that's a big-time play from a big-time player. I'm Logan Barandis. More on that game later. Plus a look at how the weather affected games around the district this week. Next, we head to Penn, Cambria as the Panthers take on the Lions at home. As you see the Penn Cambria Panther fans getting excited for this matchup. We'll open up here on the first drive. Garrett Harold going to run it in down towards the near side for a 5-yard score. Penn Cambria going to take a quick 7-0 lead. On their second offensive drive, it'll be Gavin Harold instead. He'll take the catch and run down the sideline. He's got a long play ahead, but wait, he's going to cut it right back up towards the middle. He's not done just yet. That's a 64-yard touchdown, and that would put Penn Cambria up 13-3. Home team getting off to a fast start early in front of their crowd. They'll be up 13-3 after the missed extra point on that drive. And Penn Cambria marching again. Going to go back out to Garrett Harold. Going to throw a dump off to Vinny Children for a 10-yard touchdown reception. And that can back up 21-3 after the 2-point conversion. And right before halftime, Harold again going to roll out towards his right. Going to find Luke Shugas.
going to shake and bake for a 15-yard touchdown to put Penn Cambria up 35-3 before the end of the half. They would win 42-17, big win at home. Chestnut Ridge ends the season at 6-4, and Penn Cambria moves to 9-1. The Bald Eagle area Eagles welcomed a packed house as they faced the Troy area Trojans in an offensive battle. And we take you late in the first quarter. Bald Eagle up 3, and not anymore. Clayton Smith jumping the route, running up that right sideline to give Troy a 6-3 lead. They missed the extra point. Middle of the second quarter, still same score, and Cameron Watkins respond, getting the fumble recovery to set the Bald area Eagles up inside their own 5, and Kalal Burns responded, getting the receiving touchdown to put Bald Eagle up 9-6. Still same score late in the second quarter, and oh no, it happened again. Justice Chimmicks picking off the quarterback in Carson Nagel, running down the left sideline for the touchdown to set Troy up 13-9, and Troy would hold on to win 20-9. Bald Eagle will hope to bounce back next week, hosting Clearfield. It was senior day for Bellwood Antis hosting Penns Valley. To see the fans getting excited, it's senior day out on Penns Valley towards the end of the season, starting out in the first quarter, and Ty Walton going to pound one in from 1 yard out for the score as the Rams went up 7-0. And the next drive, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's our play of the week as Danning Kerstetter going to come down with a one-handed grab. Take a look at that replay again with his right hand covered, and Penns Valley going up 14-0. Still in the first quarter, roaming again to Miles Brooks, breaking a tackle, and he has an open lane out for the 51-yard catch and run. Rams already up 21-0. In the very next drive, the Rams' Micah Good going to jump the route and take it all the way back, juking out towards his right for the pick 6. And this game got out of hand quickly as the Rams would go on to win 42-0. Penns Valley improves to 8-2 on the season, while Bellwood Antis ends the year 6-4. Moving on now to some of the other teams in the district. It was an impressive 8-4 season for Bald Eagle High School following a 2-3 start. I took a look back at their season.
The Bald Eagle area Eagles put together a solid 2022 campaign, finishing with an 8-4 record. Although things didn't always look like they would finish off that way, Bald Eagle got off to a 2-3 start before rallying off 6 consecutive wins. The ride came to a screeching halt in the playoffs as the Eagles fell to Penns Valley in a 34-14 defeat. That shouldn't take away from the impressive run, according to head coach Jesse Nagel.
Really happy with it. I think we, a game or two short, but I think the kids really responded early. We could have laid down, and they fought back and made a nice run at it. So I'm really proud of them.
The Eagles were led by a strong offensive attack, which put up over 30 points per game. Sophomore Carson Nagel took a big jump through the air with over 2,800 yards and 29 touchdowns, with one of his main targets being junior Cameron Watkins, who finished with over 850 yards and 7 scores. Watkins also led the team with 10.5 sacks and cherished the opportunity to make an Ironman-like impact on both sides of the ball.
I love playing defense and offense, and knowing that I had the most sacks on the team. It's really, I really don't want to think about it as like something special, but at the same time, everyone has a part on the defense side, but knowing that I had that many sacks, just knows that I did a pretty good job on defense too.
Watkins was a part of a defense which only allowed 13.5 points per game and recorded 3 shutouts. Senior Trey Green also played a big part in that unit's success, leading the way with 100 tackles. Green was also the Eagles' leading rusher with over 800 yards and 8 touchdowns. While it was his first full season as the Eagles' running back, defense has always been Green's niche.
As far as defensively, that's where I feel like my almost my domain is. Where I can help the most. Once again, the line does a great job taking up double teams, eating up blocks, allowing me to fly around and make plays and do what I do. So just a lot of credit to my teammates.
Now, after wrapping up its 4th winning season in the past 5 years, Nagel feels the potential is there to make the jump if the offseason work is put in.
We feel pretty confident, coming in. It's one of those things, though. The weight room over there is going to be a big factor. Are they going to put in the time and the effort? The expectation is very high, but, we definitely have to perform in the offseason to make sure we reach that.
A big part of that offseason jump will come with quarterback Carson Nagel, who will be entering his junior season. Reporting in studio, I'm Logan Barandis.